Great. Hi, I'm Abigail Jablansky, Business Development Lead at Amogy. We're an ammonia energy company, and today I'll be talking about a big solution for a big challenge. Maybe. Okay. Our company was founded about a year and a half ago by 4 MIT alumni. We're already up to 40 employees and hiring, so if this is interesting, I'll be outside. We're looking for good people. We've raised $75 million in funding to date, and you can see the images of our main investors on the bottom right hand of the screen. Our headquarters are in Brooklyn, New York, in the Navy Yard, which is being revitalized as a center of manufacturing and innovation, and we're quickly outgrowing that space and expanding within the New York area. In addition to that, we are currently opening an office in Norway, right, having some technical difficulties here, later this year to be at the center of sustainable energy technology and maritime innovation. So our big challenge is that global greenhouse gas emissions are growing rapidly, and within that, the percentage from transportation is growing even faster. And while much progress has been made in the personal vehicle sectors for technologies like batteries and hydrogen, there's no real sustainable solution for industrial transportation. And that's where our technology comes in. When applied to those sectors, we can reduce global greenhouse gas emissions by about 10%. And for us, that big challenge is a big opportunity in a $1 trillion market. When we talk about different forms of clean energy, the two that come to mind most commonly are hydrogen and batteries. Each of these are carbon-free, zero emissions. However, they have relatively low energy density, especially when hydrogen is considered, including the energy required to store, compress, transport, and sometimes liquefy it. In addition, there's a real lack of infrastructure making each of these a widespread option. Hydrogen has all of those infrastructure challenges just mentioned, and batteries are heavy, slow to recharge, difficult to recycle, as we learned earlier, and not available everywhere. Liquid ammonia checks all three of those boxes: zero carbon, high energy density as a liquid, and an infrastructure that already exists in many places throughout the world. Ammonia has been produced industrially for over 100 years as a fertilizer, and there is an existing infrastructure supporting its trade as a global commodity. Our solution is a miniaturized ammonia cracking reactor that converts ammonia as a fuel into electricity on demand, efficiently, and with a small footprint for zero carbon transportation, and a solution that's 5 times as energy dense as a battery and almost 3 times as energy dense as hydrogen. So here's our big solution in action. This 5 kilowatt drone was made last year, less than 1 year ago, and you can see our core technology depicted in the center of the page. We have our liquid ammonia tank, then our reactor, which is our true core technology, which we have over 20 patents on. The ammonia gets cracked, and the products are sent from the reactor into the fuel cell for full integration, on-demand electricity generation, no hydrogen storage. Since we made this drone, we took our power pack, we made it bigger, we bought a tractor, we put the power pack on the tractor, and we're about 2 weeks away from demonstrating this tractor on a farm that already receives ammonia deliveries for fertilizer use. We've seen a 10 times increase in the power scale to 50 kilowatts and an increase in efficiency from 38% to 42%. For our big solution, we look first to the maritime market. The IMO has set some pretty strict emissions reduction targets in 2030 and 2050, but action is needed now to make that happen. And ammonia producers are already ramping up production and online capacity in preparation for ammonia's use as a marine fuel. But we know that it takes many different partners, and we need support from all of these industries: naval architecture, government, regulatory agencies, shipbuilders, and more to make it happen. And we're seeking partnerships from across all of these industries. In fact, we're already starting on a ship design planned to set sail next year, and we're looking for more companies to be part of that effort. We're also a bigger solution than just shipping. We can be applied to ground vehicles and stationary power generation for 5 times the range or length of time that you can get on a battery, particularly important for remote areas. And finally, again, we're a bigger solution than just Amogy, which is why we seek partnerships from across these industries in marine, vehicle, and stationary power, whether you're an asset owner, a powertrain integrator, an application-specific expert, or an end user interested in making zero emissions transportation a reality. Thank you.